Yashafo nyina kwaba shonko fambra showdown jumedi esu Kumasi online TV Thick TV and our face and friends of NPP Nefiada ATP besi eboja ye na yatna sene so de besi yaba ne yaba o my God ho sensem kro ya e na maboaboa no a mede ni nyina no eba aba beso mo mehre adwinche bia wo bia no mede nsem na so mo ana wo de fa ko be session ase ama me wunya subscribe so anaija wajibre a subscribe dia ama mu wi adoma na edan chen no wakleke so edi amam update bia ye de betuma na se video bia be publish bia no benya notification no mesure so be share video we ama wudie bi no no so wo so edi ama obi foforo na obi ehu de na ya se we na fia da matena se a mede eba aba beso mo no mani tia se showdown de Monday sa akosi Fridays 2 p.m. ekosi 4 p.m. de bia na mede beso mo Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays be ma communicators ni nyina akwanya ma mo be ka me ho ofidiom ha na ejade ekoso wo ye man mu ja nkomo e dia font ne fiada de bof AY3 p.m. communicators ebe ba betena se ne atwetwe nkomo akwa akosi se 4 p.m. be bomre ko nanim nso no ensama aba won krata ne mu ne ATP and o standby obeba betena se ne ja watso na bo apensen sama hodro a chesende aba ne nyina no e dia ma me no mienu nyina na eja ya hwo yehu de ekoso na me a metire dwam de dwumede ya so mo ne din no munim dada na na ya se wa me se mo mbre ne yentu fa na eja ya sama hodro amaboaboa no amebehwe ne nyina no ede egu honom ede amamo de bia me kasa asem we se
Kumasi online
se we nyame difo na se we hu kwan pa wo be fa so a wo be kasa mre ne abre bia no wo ma enkrofo akwanya ne se wo be disrespect o but makoyi obi eja meje ntete ya pa na executive producer so de bia wo kasa kire me se na ya se we metena ha kasa mfenti apeni de bia da ne mmedi obi atem ba nyansa nyankopon de ama me nebusia na meponi bi de ama apostle kwabena owusu eje mene na ma be fonten video show me pense pade aba so mo na me copy ba pay video show na me copy ba pay video show ba pay obia nim sa papa we de o NDC ni ya ne da ne de nyina wo kasa in favor of NDC na yera Kennedy akompre ko hine Agyapong nso de me no mienu nyina nim sa ne mma de wo mo do so ankasa ba ku 22 eno po ye de ya san ya se ne de ya san ya se de busua wo mo keka ko be 60 na yera akompre ko hine Agyapong de bia wo kasa wo so no wo ye ne ma pa wo je Japade pa ede ama ne ma se de be ya adaache no ne ma ho enhiha ne ma ho enkyere wo mo a wo mo ho ebe hiha wo mo ne no na apostle kwabena owuhwe yi watumi enya ho aba be fontentan video so press conference no ye yo sede ene papa bia na no akasem yera Kennedy akompre ko hine Agyapong ne ma 22 no edan ya hodra Kennedy si wo sini ade nyina no a Kennedy si wo jade ama ne ma no se ne ma ne je se Agyapade ni tuma eye nome edema ne ma no na papa we wie no wo ba be ka se yete ha na Kennedy akompre ko hine Agyapong wedi asofofo atem Kennedy a disrespect asofo wie ya wakwaje Mike se opeso obeye president as esi ano o kasa bia na wo kasa te se de wa repent ne ade misra mo papa we mo fa the picture ndo so mame emre bi etwemu this man of God nebusua eba abonten a Ghana fo nyina be hu senya me difu a okita wi ai picture ne eba social media no so na baby a obefe bia no eyade a no wo mo ka sofo besi aba sorry sofu besi aba wi ene kita ne ade enne sofu ya okita wi we twa ne ho aba cancer foforo de a kire Ghana for mama yanko na yanko hwe apostle kwabro wusu eje ni video no efemra sisia
asem ba ko erade se min kan kire ohene Agyapong se o say on the wadan nti odibeja ne mama so mu ja ware a that kind of thing erade se min kan kire se na Agyapade na odibeja ne ma no so wenye sika ebe ye nomye won nkola no abrabom intina na NDC person mu yini fi ho no o mantumi o wadwuma bi ya sana why den we fi system ni Kumasi online on the midnight to kutu Agyapong said there two kutu Agyapong the same thing na beto no okay master ontumi ndidi nyame ni pamatem na wi a wakofa mic a hwe say praise the Lord Prophet El Bernard ni fie nie ni papa fie nie time El Bernard Oka say what's his name? Kennedy be president no. Ya true books ni ade no. Na yeso ye no program wa ha. It also okwa America ba. And I'm say Eradi say Eradi the waka chere me fa kene Agyapong no. Different from what El Bernard is saying. How do I know the truth? Do you know what God told me? That is when home base my sister came in. And Eradi say, so I say Obeba program no. Take journalists there. Let them record him. On one advertising program no. So Obeba. And I sent home base TV. I'm called first week, no, second week, no. And I'm catching of mommy say, publish it everywhere. They didn't know what I was doing. I knew what I was doing. It's time no so yeah program no. Now yeah papa no the 1 year anniversary. El Bernard was nowhere to be shown, to be seen. Pardon me. Osman the brother. And I realized said, don't worry. Say wa madia and then the prophecy concerning of Agyapong. So I didn't. I told you. It also free America by no. From prophet to almost campaign manager. But I realized what I had here. January 31st. What happened? Masa. Apart from that, also Ahab, Okun, Yami prophet, only Jezebel, and Ahab, I say, Osaka Kakra, and I realized you. Me, there me de bow, so me money ma o time, name o ma time. Assemble a query, this mean country on here Japan, say, or say, on the war dying, nti odibeja ne mama so mu jaware that kind of thing erade se men kan kire se na japade na odibeja ne ma no so wenye sika ebe ye nomye won ne kola no abrabum asamba ko erade se men kan kire ohene Agyapong se o say on the war dying nti odibeja ne mama so mu jaware that kind of thing erade se men kan kire se na japade na odibeja ne ma no so wenye sika ebe ye nomye won ne kola no abrabum intina na NDC person mu yini fi ho no o mantumi o wadwuma bi yansa na why den we fi system ni ye check
kwabena
on the medina tutu kutu Agyapong said there two kutu Agyapong the same thing na beto no hwe master ontumi ndidi nyame ni pamatem na wi a wakofa mic a hwe why say praise the Lord. Prophet El Bernard ni fie ni papa fie
Apostle Kwabena Owusu Ejei edebusia yakọ akwakotie n'esem nyina ba the same nyamidi fu amre bi atwam abusia ye che no say wi ekita no ene wa ba bonte a wo condemn Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan de bia me kasa asem we say Yewra Kennedy. People might think say na ochira sofo anase no ompa sofo fo asem ba emre bi atwam abusia o micro ya team ena obi nimba abonten ebeka che Ghana for say Yewra Kennedy akompre ko in Japan ena sesa no enam eniema bi amre bi atwam anu wo ya nenye this particular man of God Yewra Kennedy akompre ko in Japan na attack no Kennedy akompre ko papa we wa moni din wo baby ada na dempo na efe se wo bi esi dan no se da chi mi ni ho no ma mo fa dan na fa ma me ma dan na efe sa but I feel says and baby a yedru no obi a per hate obi ehu say Yewra Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan be say o trend dia wo boni dia wo betumi dia trend enu nti ena papa we ani abrasa press conference o said yo wo yes de be ya Ghana fo be hu no na Ghana fo be kan sam dia fa no ho chase Kennedy ne so no baby asisi a wedru no say wo ye ne dan bi bia no no ma wo be kan wo no Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan be ba bonte be ba be so so nti mo pa mo nka de mo be kan mo pa mo nye de mo be ye akompre ko hine Japan de oni obi a time and enya de so be ba bonte ebeba be so obi aso mira ensem no so e de amamode a e so atwedi aponya nkopon wa ya de sisi de Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan ya Vindicate no ane nanu ada yeti kroma yenke bi hye na Kennedy Bible te be ka che Ghana for say enne wo hye enkramante ma ehonoma ye choke to the extent say ministries ni nyina wo honom ba so no Kennedy nya akwanya no so oba be ye mampani a ministries ni bi be ko various 16 regions ni nyina to the extent so ka say eba no Ministry of Education or be ko Central Region Ashanti region benya wo de, Eastern region benya wo de, Volta region benya wo de, Northern region ebenya wo de ne ade. Ghana for just a wo to wo ma no gu Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan so. Ebubo wo ma dwen ede man no. Ena flood ade cheni ade sebia yesi nsuo ira fa ha, nsuo akọ ha, nsuo afa ha senti yedwura amafo dan ne ade nyina de egu. Eno na ne kwalizo husu. Waba bonti ebushia waka se eyampa sane ye mamre bi atwam na ye Kennedy ka na Ghana fo ni binti ase amafo fi se Kennedy de obie na no anu okasa Kennedy de osode a asem bia no oka no enne sa papa yi wa Vindicate Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan na nisema wono sho ke nyina se enne enkramantem na ye so choke to the stand say e was say capital city na ye kan say Accra used to be the capital of Greater Accra region no enne was say ye yi sa capital city no kra e de ko Eastern region so mre bi atwamu Yera Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan be kaye no Ghanaians didn't understand mama fo antena se amafo shopa Kennedy na swenne enkrade bia hoyiri ne de yesi asama amre bia atwamu Kennedy kaye no eyensempa na de bia mse obi a wodi Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan echi bia no onnim bibi papa bia wo Kennedy mu a wonnim se emre bi beba sane ma na Kennedy dade de nyina wo ka wasem no se ya ye bibia mfa ho a abe affect your mind no yedi kan ko da yenko hwe Kennedy akompre ko hile Japan ni video anu waka say onyame yadom no be mampania because Accra aye so chogbi no ministries ni bi wo hono be ko various 60 regions ni ade nyina efembra sisia.
Accra is choked. We have to decentralize most of the ministries. We have 16 regional capitals, and you cannot determine the growth of the economy by the market women. No. That is not how you assess growth. First, Minister of Energy will go to Western region. Minister of Education will go to Central region. Ashanti region is big area. You give them lands and forestry and works and housing. Northern region, you take Minister of Agri because they have vast lands that we can develop. Traveling around Volta region, I see the potential in tourism. Minister of Tourism will go to Volta region. Minister of Trade, Eastern region. Tsunami, Environment, Science and Technology. You continue to Upper East. We're going to turn the ministry enclave as a financial hub. When the workers go to Western region, they begin to rent. People now will begin to build. Construction. People will make phone calls. People will stay in a hotel. People will go to restaurant, market to eat. That's the beginning of growth. Okay?
Sianti video no ana Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan watch say Accra I congested into ministries ni bi wo hono ma e wo say yeyi said e be ya at least spaces ni ade e beba me na wo bi apagya ni mu a me ko bobra e won kramantem say ye nyina ka say ye ko kramantem a at the end of the day amafu besisi dan ni ade nyina no e wo nsuom na afi Solomon owusu ni nsama wo no so ka odi confirm nsama na anu ada Yera Kennedy akompre ko hile Japan so kaye do ebusia yenko na yenko hwe video no efemra sisia.
Kumasi online.
What do we see? Aban bi onim nyansa politicians bi omo dwene ko akire bia be hunu say now Accra no we must have a second thought of moving the capital from Greater Accra. I'm telling you to where? To maybe Eastern region.
Ebia suggested Kentampo.
No, to Eastern region. Because Eastern region ko for aduane da ho no. And Sassini betuma tuamu sa confirm Ashanti region akoremu bono hafo. You didn't have problem. A realm of Volta region. I'm telling you. Because the whole city, Emra, now you're very pathetic. And for the first time, Usha oyare fa ho.
Yes.
E kwan no sa highway no. Half of the highway no say you are blocking it say because e ho nyina flood e ugina mo nsuo no de da obey say. And I was like, it no mo nyina afa no mo nyina use one
the traffic
huge. Na enkrofo di traffic ne so ama fe na ebi kra afiu asa. Ebi fiu asa.
Kumasi online.
Akwa ba ko ne car no ne fiu sansei.
And
Ojina ho NDC branch executive bako. Ojina ho na kohwe emfifira ete no. Ensio obi ensio. Ana me ka ana na ma asem ne yehu no. Ana na me ka ode eyi no de afa ne ho se no de afa ne se. Oh, me ka kire wo se me ma konsa kwa na ka traffic nim. Na ha me. Me woni me o sana me ti o me asem ha me a me siko bisa se de ne ha wo. Me se sana me bu me fu ani bi ne mana. Na ka me pese me yesa de no. O say
unim no we don now so a branch executive.
Oh,
so ko busa
me se me bisa no.
No so NDC.
No so why NDC ni na oba aboba say ya. Why NDC panyini e wo ho. Me hwa no so no so a branch executive.
Oh ni say.
Oh because say me hu NDC ni me hu. What tell me of now we dey hu NDC ni hu ana. Eti me pese me catch us a problem na e wo ho no. Enyi kwan say politicizing no. What tell me che no. E major issue Yanjin to Muse say no, your push and pull factors be because of say Greater Accra is designated as capital city in Intino. They were driving Crawford ban and no shit. So as government, Abaya must spend more than 70% of the national budget in Accra alone. We are not serious as a country. I'm telling you. How do you absorb or control the issue of migration? Because
Kumasi online.
It will be a beba. And we are not ready. Say I mean no ka say waterways in na be and so to na just say ya more bo. And a fibi a twende ba no. Mo chire here.
Ka asem na ko na mpese o defa because wakasa me pese me hu say wo be ka say e die
o manfo ne so suban.
What you say e die
be me say beyond attitudinal change.
Maybe even the architecture of some of the drinks.
You see, the problem is, me use planning department, because you see, even the nature of structural integrity in this country is saying, I was saying, if a Daniel Wamujitum said, Dan wait, you don't wait. Say Danny be collapse and I say a dino be trap it.
And I don't wait for it to even start in the first place.
Say na me chese o ma compromise. My use certain words here. Omo tie yen. Omo do sem see the moment the assembly is compromise. Eno no be atime de ope.
And that seems
but
to be what's happening.
Evidence to that effect.
Then if there is no compromise, some buildings will not come up in certain places.
That is the point.
And your politics near can
oh sure. Yeah.
Because at the end effect Ghana no maintenance human DC for CPP for NPP
of course.
Ultimately. So I am saying say so is there some evidence to show the assemblies now your compromise?
The evidence is very
Kumasi online.
I mean, it is a Omua AC Daiwo a massy area here. There is nobody who can convince me that the assembly is not.
Something in security, something we call effective coordinating intelligence.
Intelligence, yeah.
Yes. One will say, was assembly no. Na meka assembly no komwa. Na no mo shemu bio.
Yeah, mo hobby.
Special info here. Almost so obia departments no does omon bibi enti omon bisa se omon esusu asua de ehunu se bosumia ye besimwi ensuo sei ne beba ensuo no na ho de ne he ne befa. They need to share intelligence so that in terms of planning the designated areas are import for building must no way. Because why water nyankopon sabi nyame onim nyankopon na nkasa no say oboye in his own image dia and you do baby na yamom because onim nyame ye nyansafo to extend that wo hu se asase na wabode ato ho no wa kire baby ansuo mfa wa kire baby abepona e bantete ye kra ka che se bo ba kwase na si ni dan wa anwem o what see them mention e dan na wo kwa akoto no bi okra ho na nkasa no eye below sea level. We are sick in mind. E ho no we are sign winning and you see people taking money. Ohini bi atutu cha okoka na oba be kese. What did they mention no? And these are some of the people. Na yaba na every year bia o mama ya dwuma ni aba betina ha ni akacha musade ye mama ye njai. And say yes ye be kona. I'm telling you, we have a long way to go as people.
MC Collins Owusu ena yetie ne nsem nyina ba ensem amre bi etwem na akompre ko hine Japan eka Ghana fo antena se a wo mobobo o madwende man ne Solomon de beba no Collins nso ebie na no a wo no so aka the same thing say on mine na yetim in fact krankra nya krankwa na ye region ane ye was 16 regions anya hwe no e was ministries ni bi ekọ various regions ne ade said ye be ya enkramantem na hono ma ye crowded no at least splitting kakra bebe space kakra bebe because enne wo bia fa ne bag me kwa akra me kobobro obi firi kumase me konkra obi firi north na me konkra obi firi voter me konkra at the end of the day bedumbre bi epo nankasa mu kura no ena manfo ebeba ababesi wo mo dai ewo in fact Kennedy de say ye kaso obi ye political prophet Kennedy akompre ko yile Japan yade a wo ye political prophet ankasa he saw what is ahead of us ohun de eba beto ye daachi bi eno na nanu ada wo ye the campaign no wo kan ho asem in fact prophet Bernard de Siamane me hu say ja wa join ye twedi aponyakopon ensura wo ankasa na meto ansam ne so e de amamode a na ye ntimfe razito akache eno da me betra ha na me ka chem say ye chairman akwesi ntiane former chairman edema formina constituency was say nyame ye adom na say ja ye pekeni say o wombra na ja shante region hanum say ombra na ombe kugina say first vice chairman wono ne chairman ode ne ho koka chairman koka ode ne ho wo mumia no beka wo mo ho abom no makokode na NPP amanyoko no ho asai akono wasantemantem na ye ra Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan just an supporters a ye jala just NPP crowd wo ye nsu anka ye se bi nom da no woni koka nyina aka wo mo ho abom aba be kokoden na eja wo ma ba be pa ye cho ne ade ne asan so ba back to eye NPP amanyoko na ye no obeka se sisi ane de NPP nya akono crowd wasantemantem na zito se ne de ebe ye wo de ye pe enkrofo sorry ye pe enkrofo wo mo ama in fact Ashanti Radio hanum say no enya akono crowd ye kapa wo kura wo ka hu bi ane angengenka kwasinti akayade a wo ka hu bi esan se wo ye niama bebre na ebra na wo ye chairman wo fomena edu mra bi e chese esi ama mo ka so mra na eja o me join NPP wo parliament na nkeja mumutumi enya majority no ye beka se bra na be resign se de be ya nipa no beba because nipa se na mo sunti no enya de obaba back to NPP the same chairman akwasinti beka se wo boka ye papa panti pass wo ba be join die busua wonye nne no wa yo china na sasam no ena zito ka se saniema ni nyina no ade ya saniema ni nyina no ka wo bi ena NPP amanyoko no nya kono na Kennedy so ne supporters de obi eno no mo betumi no wo makasa wo mekasa mo back to NPP amanyoko no yenko na yenko tie zito ne sem ni nyina no February sisia
yembobo audio su ni bi na akwasinti akasa akwasinti chairman akwasinti we say we hear NPP ankasa e wa Ashanti region no enya akono bi ono a waka ho bi na enya akono tie na nya wi anu wawura mu
say Ashanti region mu party ni say
party no ayemre nanso achia emu yi
Ashanti region party
ayemre eche obi a unpese obeka no kure o ji ase achia emu yi me ne wode no kwakwa pia iba be pega party no esu esese yesu ekura paka ne Agyapong enkofo acha ne ebukotoga ye be pacha atwe nyina aboa no tete fra tu da Agyapong omu de furu be ba ko so mu bia no mo ko achia emu edom na esese yekọ pacha ye be pacha
Kumasi online
those days FF2
we of
every region every district of kind of district in region Asante
yeah
yewo etichafo kuo yewo nurses ekuyo yewo sache apantuma fo nyina yewo yenim party fo a ewo anyway ko nyo bi okushini so
kojo
constituency for the police station for ngwa party for
e say de wo ye from na chairman afi bia o miyetu obi esi amaso wo ko independent na wo win ni wie ye baba ya second one say we esi amasisi ebenya no a agire say wo resign wo se ne wo sunu na edidi wo kwaji 10 billion it is a party no agija wa shantere nya okosinti wonka ho akosinti so wonka ho woka ho because from na de no de tetete wo na ma esi ama ko independent wo ko yen so baba pem na ye wo esi ama nkofo e de wo we nkofo sam papa mu ni nyina ba obi aba say na meka say NPP party na ye say eyi emprinkins ma wo mu ye meeting obi ase ne yonko ani mo tainti no wo de wo mu to ahia wono de ono aba betena ho say enne de wono obetimi aba abaye ama party na ya kono kwa akopa Kennedy Agyapong supporter bi chew wo mu di Kennedy atem wo mu de wo mu to ahia wono de ono aba betena ho say enne de wono obetimi aba abaye ama party na ya kono kwa akopa Kennedy Agyapong supporter bi chew wo mu di Kennedy atem ye niema na ye kase sa niema mo ye nya se mu nyina mote wo ka ho wono wo ka ho bi waka hu bi se party na be yese ya emu ho ba betena so ono nso sema onso kanfa hu ntumi ho o ma asem afedi o ma hu se party na ye mere enya kora anya ye mere ebe ye goso aburo nya di atem hu ntumi sechi enkwase akeka ne atanie fu nyina anya ho no om de ko enya ho no om de ko matimi aka bibi a kire wo mo na mo Kennedy Agyapong fu nkofo na yesi saade a ye buofu yesi ye ko base ya stikanso ba ya osi ye wi base wo mo ho bon na so ti wa san yi mframa bone nipa na bra nipa no buofu kura baba be kan asem a eye ehye nkura na sa ye osi ye wi fo ne ka se base ye nim wo wi ase nyina ye wi base ne ka se NPP support base ya eno de enye brofo ayeka ye ni Air Force base ye ni hwan base mesi afuom yakwa page afuo kura no FI na say no F no obeka say mumo baseline no ha sa baseline ye num wi wo so da bi ye tu mirika wo school mu a middle school boys 100 meters report at the base ho wom ko num wi sikaka say wi base ne bonkura nyina so wi base o ba be pacho omra me pacho fa kokoro be gina beto Kennedy Agyapong support bi apa de chew no anu onim omuhia mo be mu kura pamochao enne be sesan de what is say ono so no party first vice chairman na na e kan say so mo nyina no emu anu ombedidie because one ba be kan ayo so one de chairman ne ho anu odidie one kama aye hunu ye oba so de obeka cho se party adwuma de ye tu ho ache no on de wo odidi ho ene wo mo ne se be ka kire wo mo me se be ye kakro bia be tene party akose de mo ya la nkyerematen no wo ko no eto so saa it is a mu pese mu save party na munyan all card bearing members to vote emu bia ma ntie enipa be 700 da mo se enu wo polling station mo se ye kwa koyi 5 ye koyi 7 693 no sika mo de be ma 7 no so wo mo nka ho na enya abufuo na de be ba o mo amend party constitution no na wo mo duru ba bia wo mo mfa ye friends no pepepe ye nya adwuma we camp mo so se ye koto aba ye kwa koto aba na obi nkwa ha ma obi nkwa ha obi kokko support we obi dia olusu a so ka sem ka kire say the moment e Kofi Adu say be lusu no the supporters nyina mo nka ho
okay the Canada lusu
no supporters nyina na de mo hunu so o maka bom do so etino me kwadwa o mo ono am so ka problem no ho
chema kwasinti
wo ka problem no ho yo ye no fomna no saa na obi ye ne de be kwai saa na obi ye ne de adwoso saa na obi ye ne de ba ntema saa na obi ye ne de wo bia ayi asunafo south obi ye ne de lukubu ko obi wo ebi ye bi wo be kwai jakobu e na akeka bomu na ne age nsemu ono ba be kan obi de o kwa akopa chew le nipa no bet no wa beto no
ade na Kennedy supporters mu ase mu hia chopen
there be say the mo year 2023 dey na my expectation wo betimi asan ye but wo mu nsua de ntinam say NPP no so ye nipa no obo branka so brache panyufo no me adikojo me say kan hihia measures ye de beto presidential prime minister no obi antimi nkodi obi atem say me ka wo mo council of elders no ho kam suggest me wo mo yamfa bus e ma wo mo nipa 5 nyina betu tinam de wo so won tinam no onko ni campaign
obekwa me ahwe
ya catch the delegates ni say executive ni say executive ya na de let be bar region na region ne de ama constituencies ni aye date no nti wo ba catch so nipa sumasi enhyehyɛ de ayo so mfanya adwuma ba obi enkohia no ke we bi ni na nka wo so bete ase be kire mu ahunu sɛ enne kokofa atemdidie ni saa we mu ba mu nyina mo wo hɔ de obi ntimi nkasa ntie obi wo kwa kire de obetimi ayi ama party ni de wo pese ye de ma be president wo be ya ama Ghana simple kojo but we need I think say you say no see the Kennedy supporters be ba no so aba be ye major campaign ma e de ma obi a o ukotuma no we no antimi amfo obi ama so ne onya nde ekọ titles global na ono so kan say ono so the Kennedy supporters beba we are also the Kennedy was say chopper crowd but say oba Ashanti region is it true say the stronghold of the NPP aba from Ashanti now after 33% no kura chi dia am akohene san ye ne amamu ni ade no bebre me wo nipa no bebre Zito say dia NPP ye be kire wo mo pa bebre na ka obi ho ye the base obi so ndi obekwa ndi so obi osese nso me de me kokwa to ho baby obekọ bia nyumasam da na woti kwadwo nsafo si atem didie no ayo aba party mu de mo wo anya wase sa ateni ezu obi kodi atem ne ye ka wo mse ye afedi wo mahu ye sha ase ye ka asem we ye mfie mienu kura atwam atem didie no wudi nam so attack leader the supporters na ni wo mbufu leader wo be punch o na pene supporters wo mo mpre da because ono wo me piri to me wo say anya ye kura na me kura center wo mi si won kwoto aba wan na betu against no obi antimi nya na hwe eti ja wo mo kwadwo because say na kwati say wo say akwati dis so ba Ashanti region na hwe sanya ahonkeka wo say ne kura obi wo na wo me ka kiro say MPP kura be win election na wo she t-shirt kura be kwa eno kura fans ya wo je kukurudu eshi so ni nyina ene bia ni epam ko gina obi stone ko ono so beto aba o obeto bi na hwe obeto ama wanko obepam
MC Zito ena yetie ne nsem nyina no abari ntino said chairman Kwesinti woka se nyame ya adom na wotumi wini first vice chairman na obeba be pa yewra Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan na chaw na afi ne supporters so de wapa wo bi a chaw ende oni koka wo mbe kotokura sho bi a na mu said SCB a ma obi a bu efu ani bia akwakwa dwani de base obi an ye bufo no enfrefri na kumem no o kire se de ekwa na eba ni ade nyina Kwesinti no kura wo kan hu bi ankasa na ebra na amanfo di yewra Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan na terminal na ya de a wo wen den e na wo kafa ho afia sa na wo be position de wo ba be hwehwe e de yewra Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan ni di aba be man krofo akwakoto aba de ma Kennedy supporters ne de wo so ma tie yewra de base wo mu nti obi a case na bibie no honom so a e be ma wo mo aba back to NPP meto ansam ne so e de amamode a na no weekend ye etwemu yi na Samije Fia ni CEO Edma Gold Board ye ne father in law be ye na ye kama e wa Asante mantem ha na ye na bushia me sheda semenka wa semesen se na propaganda bi amafo ye ni fat na propaganda na no odem but one way or the other no me bete wo ma sie san se ebre na Samije Fi NDC amanyo ko opposition no eniema soso niema ye mu akakra kan kasa e na Samije Fi ebe ye e wo man mu na no na na shaibu waka the base movement won wa ba bonti a wo kan sem say NPP ni NDC sa party mienu we nyina wo mo ye pe potogum ni hwegum na blend gum ni nyina na ye dance kro na mu sa two political parties wo mo tumi mu Ghana esan say eniema NDC amanyoko we opposition a wo mo ye no eno na na NPP amanyoko e ba ye wo mo so eye the same thing was fit mra ye sha ase 1992 constitution ba ya Ghana for sha ase ye de ye kokromoti kwa akoto aba 4 years bia no sa party mienu we bibi papa bia no hono ma wo ma ye ede abua wo man Ghana ento ono de wo sre Ghana for nyina se wa wudi MPP echi wa wudi NDC echi fasha otirim se wo munye bibi amfa mount hwo hu free wo mo ho na bra be join the base movement san se eho ena ne ma papa nyina wo eho na aba na be join a wuni adwuma ye abenya adwuma ye wo asase da hono ma be se wudi yefu a wo mo akasa ebe ma sidris a wo bedua no mo wi a wo wasa so ama machine be kla wasase ne so nyina e de ama we de wunya ne bebi a age se the base movement nkwa yenkwa na yenkwa tie shaibula sisi ne se de atudwa ne nyina no everest sia
and seba na Samije Fi to opposition de okafa na pon de okafa jeke ho de okafa na nabi ho de okafa MPP mpemfo nya na oboa na opepa waba NPP before so to opposition and some more ka e dia fa sami janfu ana sami janfi e the gold ball sika e to TVs 8 billion o yes omo boa so person mo di ntro e ma sami janfi ni NDC hu yo mahi number back to power no so be ye di omo ye na no ene ne ka cha say ba bi adu from 1992 besine ya swansuo aswansa o se omo kasa o manu de aye power no mo pe power no the manner no yes something different opposite from 1992 besine Ghanaian youths have always complained about securing jobs. A nurse 40 a teacher 40 a boy ever nipa nap man 7 years university graduate. Na private individual for nipa man train na Bible complain no. And your best threat Ghanaian youth say baby adunu anya NPP nya NDC a leader without even politics. Why you not doing so about Ghana for me say for Dr. Bawumia, for Asiedun Ketia, for Julia Zebra. Nebu so mo say, omo as private individuals, omo contribution to the nation. Why? Busa Asiedun Ketia, Busa Julia Zebra, Busa Dr. Bawumia say, what is the honorable Ken AC Cardio and Dialysis Center? 37. Na kwalebu asase edaho, omo plans omo ye bibisa. For Asiedun Ketia, for Julia Zebra, for Dr. Bawumia. Nebu so mo say, what is the on quality department? And now honorable Ken go to $147,000. Omo plan say, ebi akwalebu on quality department, omo koza kwa service machine. For Dr. Bawumia, for Julia Zebra, na for Asiedun Ketia. Nebu so mo say, what is a Tamale Teaching Hospital? Omu no muni plant and your honorable Ken and a kotoye. And Atonsu Government Hospital, omu here plan, and omu trim so matana. Nebu so mo say mattresses, hospital beds, any creatures honorable Ken naton. Omu aya omu na hospital omu huana. Nebu sa Asiedun Ketia, Julia Zebra, and Dr. Bawumia say Ghana mabunu. Amu ko ka Lebanon. Honorable Ken and the qua airlift to omo satam no why were they no money te Ghana ha so mo leader man 20th January Kennedy Agyapong pledges $10,000 for Haiti. Yes so man no asama to omo ka Kennedy Agyapong make te Ghana ni Haiti de zemucha
MCA Shaibula CC and yetien ensem nyina na bano na say with the exception of the base and Kennedy Akompreko wahini Agyapong obi enu hono politician bi enu hono ma Ghana eda na koma so ankasa e na ye nyina so ye nim se Kennedy de wo sha ase wo ko e de amaye my Ghana ko e de amaye ntimemufo nye nasem na ban wo pawo na ban ni pawo no de ne nokra de e yade a wo beka ankasa Shaibula CC bisa se ene se eduketia na ma nani abre wo say wo ye thank you to wo ye thank you to ne yem bisa ne se Ghana fo ankasa mfa so ben e na wo se eduketia single-handedly Ghana for enya edie free so ever so be no ma Ghana for enya die free so sa so na wo fa Julius Debra wono so mfa so be no ma Ghana for enya free so ba ye boy ye Kennedy Akompreko ko hine Japan di ebusua mo amani tua dedede bia me list na mate kura me kasa me list kura na e yade ade be che Kennedy die wa ye nyama bebre na e de abo o man Ghana nti obi amra na o me join the base unya register ya me pacho the basemovement.com wo ko gogo na wo bo she hono ma forms ne beba na wa fele ne kama sa so na betimi asane ya hi WhatsApp 0550623377 no sane ya hi nkwade a ya be sane forms ne e de ama na afi wa fele na afi officially wa ba aba be ya member of the base meto asam ne so e de ama mo anam ya amade nyina Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe en na da me betna me ka kire mo se wa se mo kwa me nkroma statement a wo ko meki na anode Ghana for na maintenance na moto se ne nsema wo kan ye no na wone eye sukufo ena ehia wone wo mo etwetwe nkomani wo mu bisa question we yi ano wo mu bisa ne na we yi ano na we na student ne ba ko so kura ba be ka se adenti na bre ne bre bia wo di pa ba ku ya de bia wo se ya twese wasem en de wo to ne bo meki some of the comments ya ka e de afa wono na po na po ba be kire se ebia na Ghana fo mu nim sa de we emre bi etwa mo kai se me betena video mu ha e ka kire mo se eye malami se bi malam bi ababonte abe make allegations e de tia ye rab napo se ade agese napo neni abedi agese nensem bi a wo ye that time I think say na LGBTQ ho sensem no na ewo mu ankasa obe make allegations bi di tia napo se napo kra ne se bi LGBTQ plus billy ne hu bo mu bi onim hu bi ene ade mo kan ha according to napo wo so no wo ka bi na ba abonte na beto se na wo ne de wo ni time a wo be gina radio show na so wo ba be gina TV show ene wo ba be yi ya no de be bu ka ya straight to court na ne wakwa koshiu sa so na wama Ghana for yinati ase se emre bi atwam ne same jefi be make allegations bi ditia ne se eyade a Canadian woman bi wakunu wo eye kumase ha eyade wo de same jefi kopie mu court na ebre wo koshiu no court na afi de enkrofo a wo mu ho no ma no wo mu boje same jefi hwe sa enkrofo na ne sabe hu na wo mu pacho we buhua enya pacho ketua na wo beka ne semle na no aba besi no eno so no asem na wonte ase na trust ne dia fasho otirim obesiu yentie Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe aka na pomi amade nyina ne sem no enfemra sisia.
Sometimes you choose some words and you express some words and it appears we have some concerns with that. For example, today there are two key expressions that you have said in a person. One is a poor country like Ghana, we are giving birth like crazy. Just in a person. This is a quotation just today. Then another quotation, it appears the professors couldn't read. Just within the context, we get it. But if these quotations are taken outside this context, it becomes something different. And it reinforces your image and your political, the framing around you that Napo is, in quotes, negative or is causing a harm to the political brand of NPP. How do we want you to work on some of these?
So I live in the political space. And when people want to take your words and twist it, they would always do. But I can assure you, it will only last a short time. I'm not worried about people who have been intentional about twisting words, because before I started this running mate matter, nobody ever went on air and said I was arrogant. But the team sat down and did a SWOT analysis and said, if we want to tag this guy, the only thing we should say. And every radio commentator said the same thing. And none of them had even met.
Kumasi Online.
So we're in a political space. But the reason why I don't let it bother me much is that those who do that, they are easily found out. I'll give you 3 cases. When somebody accused me, now the person is CEO, that I've killed Canadian women in Kumasi, I took the person to court. I never went on air to respond. I won the case. The person went on appeal. Now, the person's wife's father dies, and I go to the funeral. And people, if you stay in social media, they were insulting me like crazy. That person whose wife's father had died is not a family member of the dead man. He's just married to one of the man's children. He has those who are sitting and insulting have no idea whether I know the man who is dead or not in the relationship. The man has lived in Kumasi all his life. I've lived in Kumasi all my life. His children have lived in Kumasi all my life. They don't care. They just feel like insulting. Right? But the fact that I've gone, even when you read Ecclesiastes 7:2, go and talk about what he talks about mourning. Right? So I'm not worried about that. But yes, it's because people would, like we just done, you take things out of context and publish it and then turn around and tell me that I should change when you don't bring your context. The second one was the Muslim cleric that was insulting Dr. Bawumia, accusing him of being gay, accusing him of eating pigs, accusing him of all sorts of things for 3 years. No Muslim in NPP stood up against that man. Till he went to say the same thing about me, I said, I'm not going to speak. I'm going to take him to court. Now, the people who are begging for the man, if I tell you where they are coming from, you'll be shocked. Just last week, it was published The same people have taken the man to go and sit near Dr. Bawumia. And Dr. Bawumia is asking why he done all what he did. Fantastic. That is leadership. The fact that somebody says something bad about you doesn't mean when you meet the person, you insult the person. No, that is not leadership. That's actually called fake leadership. And I'll never indulge in that. The last thing was Mugabe. They said there's a radio station guy called Mugabe. He said, he played a voice that I was following, he was following me with the motorbike. And I was going around giving 150,000 to ECG directors to bring them. The accumulate. I laughed. Because when I got the tape, I can't explain. But the whole of April, I was not in Ghana. I left Ghana 8th April. I came in May. So when they said he was following the people, I wasn't even in Ghana. I wasn't in Ghana. So I went straight to court. Now his people are begging. If you go and twist what I say, in your NPP, I might forgive you. But if you're another political party, I'll take you straight to court. If more NPP people are taking people who have said horrible things about them to court, they would have stopped. Do you know what happened to the Muslim cleric on the most holy Islam day of the Eid? The embarrassment he suffered. All the senior clerics said, go away. You come here and you come and insult people on a political platform. Who has been more disgraced? The things that he said that you are worried about, or the disgrace that he has suffered on the holiday. So we have to understand that people who want to twist and say things would always do it, especially now with social media. Before you go here, somebody has said everything. But I tell you, if you say things about me and it's not true, I'll take you to where you don't want to go. No matter the begging, I'll take you. Go and beg. Mugabe is begging. Cleric is begging. Sami is begging. But still, I'll take my money and give it to charity.
Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe, aka Napo, and I yet in Seminano, Abanacha, so one dear, Wabeka 7 hours to see and Abe make allegations, Bitiana and Nokra. One time of the Vagina radio show TV show Baby Yano, David, Sada Jenny, anyone cry was someone who say in Tiana quarter woho, in Tanya Wabeka be fine when Yanokrana, Obe make sure so best you, I obey you one fine chair, obey you and the Monsua. Wakwa sami jemfine ne father in-law ye ya na mo sopa na ade na wakwa ye no ne ade so de anu ye kama de amam se enye sami jemfine nti na wakwa ye no okwo eye ne because wonim papa ne da nti mo amoti wa na wakwa ye ne na wakwa ye na anu adakra me hu letter bi na nam social media yi so yes ya ne na ade nti na NPP for wo mo ko eye sami jemfi ne father in-law ye I was like emre be politics ebedru say politics ani eyetete eno ani ana as of late politics no adade bibia ho no ma enya konokrama menye sure kra say obi ye vibrant youth obe person de no kra be fole this kind of dirty politics as isi ano ekwaso ewoye mayimu obi aba so wo kire say anemiame ni ogamiame ne bosu na sabesi na se colleague ne father in law efrum ne yakwa we so kra yade a eno so ho letter tete ba social media na so nyina we nyina ebisia so for shop anything Mami to asam ne so mfa mamu ya kwade a yentimra LGBTQ+ bill ho sensem kakra na we na bas no ready na ba bonte a wo kan nsem bi say NPP amanyoko that is minority in parliament women ni bedi abedi a just LGBTQ+ bill wo mo ye dede fa ho ne ade nyina said ye wo mo abemu wo mentumi ansan ya mana meye mrebre wo mo opposition wo mo ye dede so mo mesan ba wo ba ye no wo mentumi ansan no eno bi na NPP amanyoko no edidi womo into womo bocha skele kwasa sa 2028 dura na NPP for na gina so de ye campaign e de a kire Ghana for say ye ka kire am say NDC for de womo ye kill night government NDC for de womo nka no kure NDC for de Anthony Adada and womo di ku Ghana for into womo be ye sa de na womo de abeka kire Ghana for say mo san to ba biom e fa ma ye na ye ni de ye ba ya de yesa be hyasia ye be ba be side de bia me kasa se we say e ba ne LGBTQ+ bill na me hu se wo bi de ya politics frankly speaking na ne pa no ye meshi because e ya de e koso ye manyi mu a enya de pa enya de be boa ye nkasa bre ya sign ne kura na akaye edema ye ko social media ne shokura bushia time dodo. I don't really want to see people using this whole thing for politics. Let's stick to the fact. Let's speak the truth. So president be sign ya president and sign na me in fact Ghana emro so enche kuro hodra wo masa oko Senegal amaka obi koye LGBTQ bia 10 years we are lesbian we are gay we are bisexual transgender ne de kaka one obekwa ko dem 10 years saso na ko Uganda hokwa de death penalty ntimi nim ne ntia me my Ghana de ade akopie mo parliament aye bo ho kokwasa tosi NPP for ye de this for we nyina ebusua enya de be boa ye my Ghana there are a lot of things e was say ye press abine on say de be ya betumi agina bra na de ama ye na de bia na minority kwe na majority kwe ti na me say NPP ne de se de we butumi boa Ghana no yankwe na yankoti abas no we dey ne some of the asudwa ne nyina no evemra sisia
couldn't create a situation where we would have parliamentary Mugabisa or more ever stifle the business of parliament if they are not around. And the maybe there, me feel says you call strictly on the provision of quorum. There may be some, okay, but general procedural breach. Speaker say my instructions na ya tra entiamra kre was here dey buy chino. But that's why he appealed. That's why Speaker did not direct or say or power much say a bill like this no free say I was say a bipartisan omunyina did you NPP for ade no awon anye no aye ba ye be. Okay. Omo pe kwan bia de akere Ghana for ade ne delay tax am ye do election ye no waka akere mo say ade no Mahamas cracker so be no antimi anye and they have started this, so their intentions is clear. Their intentions are quite clear. And this uncle for way obi asabi washa that's what done. Obi who didn't question nika democrat washa that's what done there on tinani. But the goal of the MPP is to filibuster, is to delay. Ni akora election year mu na se ni omo year 3 months ago yankasa Mahama dada mu LGBT bill also oba obesa na wanya dey one sign no enti NDC for nka no kre enti monto abantia omo eno na ye pese ya avoid ya ya bedru ba bia ya dro enti meme dia ba bia adro no ba bia adro no ba bia adro no ba bia ye wo se ye nyina ye hwe ye de ani hwe e presidential assent. Yeah, but presidential assent is not president in Swakasao. It seems a president also the Casa and it's no, the president can on Casa and one sign.
Abbas no redeem no was say LGBTQ+ bill who say seminar no NPP amanyoko ni hwe ni ma say 2028 wo mo de be campaign anunti e na wo mo ye niema wo mo ye ni nyina ATP atena se ane nsama aba won krata nim no wo de ni nyina no e ba be so me adwuma ko bi so na ja wo ma so ma se ane be di show da adwuma de ne so mu ntima me twa me wo se manje abo afon krata wo femra sisia.
Wow, what a nice cars. So peka eye niti pa afeni eye free so edi abadia. Contact Danis Garage. Hona benya ka etiapo a eye niti pa ato. Ka efeye eye latest models cars aba. So pe eye Honda CR-V. Anase Toyota Tacoma, Toyota Land Cruiser, Air Sparks, and getting ya, Eddie, Uba Ube, Nijina, Ubenya Bi Award, Danis Garage. She say, need to be quiet, Diaba, a Honda CR-V, a hybrid engine capacity no 1.5 entry fuel, Uberwood Danis Garage, a TI Armadia, opposite one more, Frewa Homa True for 0550 623377, Eho Anna Danis Garage, Ewo.
Tiabusia opeka papa dia hu Danis Garage wo menye bi ede ama ofre wo namba na ka bi ekete bia no unya ka ya mepacho wo mbe ne kama na eja won so aba be peke wo dia ati ase ATV mame mo akwa ba shonko fambra show da dwumedi
na ya se wo mejo so
and then some men aba won krata
oh okay some about the dos ye baba before that no ye nyina nim say Mr Frank Amwako hene Asante regional minister
okay
on say the wife wafa no wafa ne ba.
Oh wow.
Ahai, e will be my show.
Okay.
Na amafo bebre na kasafa won say hospital say oh my god dem was say went to mensie. Wa ba e dey o dey eda ko pie mo bi man so won ko no ko jawo. Na ya say wa bre ko pie mo wonom na akoye controversy bebre na wo social media. Na me na wo kasemia me wo fa. Mr. Poyando. One dia asabu ko wu na mbekra na ono nya dia na ho beto ne de brada. Wa ba be kasa dia font message be ko ne akoti nsema ya Mr. Poyando kan ye famra sisia. Ya Poyando video wo ho no.
Okay na ebusia. Ye tie Poyando nsema waka no. Dia fa ya Ashanti regional minister ne wu a wakwa wo ne yira kwa wo abrochire no. Ye hwa sa video no famra sisia.
Be man ne yire kwa wo odi nachi.
Sa na wo seba.
Sana o se ba we he. So na ukwatem.
So no ba na wo.
No ba na nyem. Ni afre na adimnika ni osebo abdi akire. Ne yiri wu wi ani afre o se congratulations. Wo na adimnika ko. Na wo na kwache labor room ho.
So a doctor.
O doctor ntiden. Anu won di na wo ni dem.
To ne yiri na ekọ wo ne yiri na nyem yi.
Masa, me dia me no hwe ya bo ama. Ensem ni bi wo ho a ahomte.
Mate.
Uja se ne wa mo ne ba no na wu hu di o kire. Akra ni wa be ye de.
Oso a wo ba be ma.
Bouncing
baby boy.
Why ya de nanso asem a ye namu a ye famu no. We don't expect a medical doctor and by this time say, "What will be go dra ho je nipa nkwa."
Kumasi online.
Ofre wan. Wo wa ha go ntimi nya bibi. O wa ha nkwoti wa friends wan fo.
Na Paul na yire nyam na
adia wo ye nya minister ni nye serious. Wonya serious no bemba o yire nkwa wu na dia kire. Ene se ka Gabriel do onya ahoto because ni yire m ye mienu. Mo ewo no wo nsa no. Na wo ewo no wo sa no. Wo be dey no onya ahoto. Sare bobra. Wo yire kwa we ska sem tu so gada hu ska na o di kwapia. Na o yi ni pie ba. Na da ni labor room ho. Ade am ye doctor. Sare ye no. Eti won hwe niema no won to ne buase no wo ayen
mate
o ti ase
mate ase
abrahu sam sade ne say
for the day at the Paul Kobna yando but there's an update from Confanochi ya Grace so betimi the flyer no ato so am
update am say
almost say emergency ho na ye ma enra ma omo etu mu no
nipa ni na wu ma omo anya foforo
David impact nipa na wu say
na se si asima wu ka no me pa chow eti se si ano ya di nipa no come watch in space abeda ho ana
there be
anaso ma si dan fofra ma omo se
there be nipa ni ngu ma omo fo bon come o say management no ne Ashanti Regional Health Director Takabom ama patients ni bia na de da ho no omo yi video omo ko ada hospitals e wu Kumasi
it is sad ye we no me pa cho tie o
ya Grace settle fa de tu ahan ene da
David tie sad ye we say no eti no mu ntimi nya sad ye we
Kumasi online
eti no mu ntimi nya they have to come and tell us
okay tino ya Poyando ni sem no na ya sewa ya kwa kotie ediabamia me wo fa na ya sewa asema Poyando ge oni ne ya adwene
me dwen ho kra menti ase na obi kwowo na one ne yere ekwa amanone a we dey sankanye nya news
wasi nyuma wa hase Asante region say so mo oye
meti ase yemfa ne mienu it is understandable say as an Ashanti regional minister wo kwa akopre say ne ye Canada kra na akọ ya wele kwa we akopre Canadian visa e de ama wo ba because wo hu say hospitals apapa ni Asante mantem hantimeti ase and I shane the other way around so ATP regional minister onye first person na yere kwa wu a wakwa wu obi memu
okay
when ya da edikan and when ya da etwato ministers ni bebre MPs ni bebre wo ma nko shuku wo mayimu wo ma sesa wo ma nyina de ko obi memu no ko shuku wo honom wo ma wodro na nko shuku wo Ghana it is Ashanti regional minister send yere kwa wo e bia no waji leave abede yehu
okay
Ghanaians ye adwuma the whole year we have the chance to take leave or a minister Ghana yemre mu na kwanya no ho so bi beji leave nti e bia no waji leave na yere kwa wo no so say this time ne de membe so ba wo Ghana yenko obi memu na yenko wo sanka nya asema e wo se we so no ye twim ni ade but as a regional minister needs to set a good example for Ghanaians to follow
okay
wo hu de bia am kasa asem we onye ni ba there is no way I will hear about the war but you do yira ko bi mem so onko no nko
this is not the first time an yira wo Tamana na buy ni abemu na na yire wo Ghana ha senti
so this is what money can do.
Okay.
When na sika betumi aye as a regional minister we who said there be Ghana ha ne de want na de bia mo amoto obama NPP ni anisi no me betra ha bia na me tumfo no de bia me betra ha na me tumfo but as I said earlier kan yire kwa wo no kwa wo abrochira say nye news onya first person na TikTok esi kura wo mo ba wo kura mo kwa abrochira kura ekọ wo nti ne big deal wo mo say but as a regional minister ono so ya won kata ne hunsie kakra enye bibia na social media issue e won say social media kuro ya e na boa ye ma obeye regional minister benye bibia ne ye de beba beto ho me hu se won lady bi akosua mi enu so de
Dr. Bawumia aid
no me hu so ono so ne no se bi won ne keka nsem go social kasa regional minister wa she ne kapampe wo be ma bo honum kete na dia ba beto social media issue woni say social media issue so dia wo ba for ma Ghana for be bo wo ma dwen dia ma Nasa regional minister what the side we ya ba beto ne ye kase regional minister na ne be ma kete say pen drive ya we say wo person we do be so social na as a regional minister there are certain statements you shouldn't make Munyina mo kan ho bi na da ne de nyina no eya ne ye di asantefo atami mo kan ho bi niema bi wo hono ma fasie wo yira kwa wo a wo ne first person ayila kwa wo bi memu wo ne first person ne nkwala ketenkete kura etu kwa UK kwa Canada kwa Germany ni ade de wo mo mpra no kwa no mo kwa wo na we so papa pani bebi a wanyi edu a we so kwa nya first born efi asa na wo be bode wura che Ghana fo nyina so wo akwa wo abrochire oh go and sit down enough is enough ATP kwa
ala ya se wo ma me fa hitting into aso me fa daily gist function krata ni nyina se nene ubepie mo krata fa etoso eyemiensa ne sabronye DC nrada ne se court ka se John fa ne passport mre ya hwe nani mo fa ma ya ma ne mre se won hwe no fa passport ne sa de san so de ne be kwa kwotwiri me ne krata ka WhatsApp so asan so na napo atinsa na ya se wa me yedi kan kwa kobo video no kura wa se Kwame Nkrumah Kwame Nkrumah sama na anu ada 2024 bra na ye ba be yin so no na be running mate dem ada ye NPP amanukodo ene krata ebo wa mane elso e wa ha se mamemfa eye LGBTQ ho sensem no enfa ento aso na krata fa etoso eye ensia ewo diligence mo na eye minority leader fenyoma ken ni foni eda krata ye nim kama na ne krata ebo ho amane se sa LGBTQ ho enani week pepepe so mo pass out ye parliament house akoye buburuja kasa ewo man Ghana mo ase na ye papa ya de na majority leader kire mu ka kire Ghana fo nyina ne ND samanuko se wo mo hia original copy na kasa original one no eno no mo pe wo mo pe do matiti afri makika bia bo mo atamse bi no se eno no de mo pe original one abra na NPP amanuko no wa bem no do mo ye na no mom eno mo pe ne kratai ka wasem enso e wa ha sei na aba na se ase so a na se agric sector honom no wo mo so mo hwa mane ma bebre na ye akoso ye papa ko se agric sector honom no kita Ghana eno man Ghana ni bibia wo kroma se ati se ku obi man so ne akwa ni nyina banti no eso mo de zika 1.67 billion Ghana cedis e da kwa hye agric ni mo etimi ba beboa ama bibia akoso kama so e da mene kratai e bo ho mane enso e wa ha ma me for the custodian efa ento so eno so be pie mo katafo eto so eyemienu a minority leader afenyoma ke hon sensema wo kafa LGBTQ na ene kratai esanso ebo ho amane papa ya kasa e wo kratai ni ma wonya bia na eja wakenka ni na bi kama so e dia ma eye Franka Mwako hene ni foni eda so no na ya Asante regional minister sanso na ya akosua me no no ene Dr. Bawumia ni aid na sema na ajamne na ya se wa ye kensem bi se ni nam so se wa na ya se wa wante ni se omobanta no ano odin I think say this not the first time o ma sha se amoto to edemo ho e wo ye social media e be ka ya Franka Mwako hene ko posti e Dr. Bawumia e wo social media anes wa bo ne pampese e ne nam so ma ya akosua menu e so be so e na ko di mu abeka sa asem bi asem me pese be ka do ha se da na ya so betima kara
ne be market wa na minister be market wa say nye news
sa ho
ye wo hospitals awodro na pese o be
ma wo se akosua kuma no wo kondo ana you want to have a taste of it ana
But you see, and only at the ATP na make wasem no. Like of late na ebusia politics abeye time we yamaimu. As an Ashanti regional minister, work on Facebook. I trust idea we have to honor say Oba Besia want to have a taste of your dick and come on. Let's call a spade. They be a to your media stand for the truth. I no kura meka. Adia Ashanti regional minister na no be penti interchange ya. Anya woman wo see yana NPP for eboba wo ma Germany. Me betina ha be ka say anya hwe no. First step wo ye bibia hono ma ye kama first ko fa hono ma. Se bia bodanfo na age hono nyina fa ne so enne. Wo the light ni ade nyina abobo hono ma obi kura de why tourist attraction. Enne nsam twofo etumi ko hono no ko jono ma ko ye interview ni ade nyina wo. Me be born abaso. But as Ashanti regional minister, and for sure, Nisho focus on what to do in Ashanti region. What's the sour? You could be Memusu on Kononkowi. Now, copy Wakata. Yes, yeah, Yenji emergency and my man. As an Ashanti regional minister, so no as a sour yere, and no could be Memu Kwako. Never penny, nice, fine gentleman to say, well, one day, what to be social media, and so say, or baffle flower, no sure what I binded them beside the say, does she want to have oh, come on. Why would you say as an Ashanti regional minister?
A taste of AIDS.
How can you say someone wants to have a taste of your Obama? Obama no so but the nika you mo kete as a memory card. Why all this? We would beg His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Council of Elders and the people involved, say they should call this man to order. It is becoming too much. The first social media and I do bad bemuno and chese bibia be publish say o to me ne yiri kisini ade nya no de abeto social media show. I have defended him, but this is too much. Eto de bi akatania ma bi so kakra. That's him. Obi person have a taste of your dick in a way.
Okay, I say what a custodian name Martin Sabronia DC the Medicare Canada. Yes, inflation last month na could do 3.7. Mami for the virtual lens and far and twaso and also let's say and this money good majority leader neka so say and this money could be sure my Ghana ye papa ni na anti LGBTQ one sense my na no da no person mobile power promise or promise say yeah my Ghana no one more betray ne krate e kan wasem enso asanso na ye IGP na muntaka enrada ya yetiare ho se bi papa wo ye enkramante meja hyehye ko so honom no wo ba kwa kopiem e wo honom akade omuhia no wo ba timi di bi akwa akomo mo ne the virtual lens enso e bo ho amane enso e wo ha me the daily graphic e the air to so enso ye finance minister krata fe to so edum yensa no ni nyina ya agric sector honom no mo se no mo de zika 1.67 billion Ghana cities di akoshema ebe boy agric sector ni ye papa pede krate e ka wasep enso e wa ha 24-hour economy ya de bia na se abra na NPP ND samanuko no e ba beb no mo ye campaign e na ba bia be fa bia na so ka da ye 24-hour economy na we na krate e bo ho amane se tesa 24-hour economy man pedi JDM se wo de bebo my Ghana no e betimi abo ma ye youth ahodo bebre na e na adwuma ye 1.7 million e de be betimi create jobs akasa ewo kroma se ne krate enso daily graphic enso kan wasam ewo ha wonya bia na eja wakenkan nyina bi kama so diamond na no pensema ye daily graphic de ba ye ni pino na mabobo so enso diamond me for Republic Press in fa ento so na no so na ye Sam George ye nya ni so my Ghana mu as ye network na sheda nkoye papa bia wo kroma se ne so na Sam George aba be ka se bia no my Ghana mo twene srane abasa ye papa pa ye ewo my Ghana ma ni nyina ne se wasi efiti de ko ye nwane ma eja mo kwa website so ko hwe ye pono na unkuta ID card a wuntimi enko na wunkuhwe bi na ya sewa
ATP mini bibia kafa me be ya ma no kopa sisi a wo de to aso mini bibia eh rade me my God ATP to aso
na yo na nadbo say almost diet before ya ye TV kakra ye nko social media na da bia da no ye media for na enso beta ya na ye bom nka ye se de be ya ba bia wote no hwe na wontimi mo watimi atutu niema ntentem ne kratai kan wasem wasan so na bronya DC enso won sensema ye hia ne passport ne kratai kan wasem enso ha me the Ghanaian point so the air to aso ne so difficulty ni phone eda ase wo krasafa etoso miensa we ye futuo one is strong upon one yankasa eno de ma eyeli de se wo MPND samanuko ni nyina ene se wo se no wo samafo bebre na ase ye nya yenkopon bo 2020 one neba be lidi edi samanuko nu ogro mo ase na ase kamia ko ese bi crash ase kra ye campaign ni de ke ka ho ni ade no so mo to mo bo mo predodo de ye ma pani je di ha point so mo senka eja wo mo hwe na kanema bebre na nkoso e wo kro mo ase mo inga na ntimi fa ni to ma pen fra no amafo we na abo ato agu okro mo ase e na do mo hwe nyina ene se wo wo hwe se eja wo betima ba be lidi ye ND samanuko we e na o kire mo so ye si ano mo na wo abemu e so mo hwe se de be ye my Ghana no e betima fa ne to ma pen nya kopon bo 2028 no e kunimdi akwa aba e de ama wo mo nya kopon bo 2027 de tie bia ndo be lidi ND samanuko no wo be hu no okro mo ase ne kratai can was so ha sanso na minority leader ne nsema woka edifa LGBTQ no kwatsa the Ghanaian point so bo hwa mane enso ha say ya abronya DC ho sensem na no so kwatsa the Ghanaian point so bo hwa mane na kopie mu oye Comfort Teaching Hospital ne say emergency ho no aye man ya health minister be kan sem bi fa ho we nam so ama mafo we na so edo manu aba betuma mu kasa mu akade e fe na akade so wo mu hia bi papa ye wo ho no men krata the Ghanaian point so bo mane enso ha ma me for the source enfa entwa so no so be pie mo krata edi mu so a na esa haja for real woni Richard ni amakwe won sensema ye so aso mo twempna so mo twempna na waba be kasa wo say na afofo ye mo ye na afo o mo fa na afo enye bibia ni ho no mai o be pie mo so wase so na esa minority leader na wo kire mo kasa LGBTQ na ndi samanuko no o ma anye ni o ma shift ne ma bebre na e Frokrata can was so ewa has it but me fa the Chronicle and fan sorry krata de nyina so ne so be PM krata fe to so ye mienu kone miensan so so a na se IGP Christian tete ye ho no oni muntaka ese na no address is isu eto ye won kramante mu na ebi dan yi bugu na ebi afi ebi dem na eja hyehye so se koso wo honom no obi so na ka na asem se fiti na ekota adwun bia ne fama holiday ankasa wo kro ma se ekota adwun bia bibi foforo esi o my Ghana mo ho kan ye no mo timi akwa akopio mo ho no mai se niema bi omuhia no wo metima akwa ye o madoye ne krata the Chronicle so etwa homfoni kama so e de aba koso manu ne Dr. Frank Amakohini ne nsem mokokan ne krata esan so e kan wasem e wantima mefa krata e fan sorry krata ne nyina so na ya se wafa de aka nyina beto aye so cause ni se ne e bojaye ne ye Friday
edu bojaye se dia eti ne nim se dia o das maka cho de man ndu na be ya na ya na nya kana na ya na traffic bia ATP Monday make sure so be ba bedu ntamu de enim se fiada bia na wokọ anyame kan ho odi wanim kan no fa wonkodu we so de celebration kura no e ka ho ntu de meja kwan ya no why woni nyame nko MCA ATP ese baba wa krata ne nyina no de be so me communicators aye radio mo ba betena se ne ya twetwe nkomode afa ya man Ghana wona sabre ya me mo ka say honorable Sampai wodi nkomo bi wa twetwe nkomo bi wo se bo sha wodura NPP NDC amanyoko no ehye Ghana for women issue nyina no sabre wo sanka wo mo ho pre wo mo ankasa se wo mo ba na wo ma ba be pa Ghana for nyina achew ene 24 hour economy ano full prices ano sa show na LGBTQ ho sesam nya de nyina Sampai wato ne bua keka ne nyina ne de abrobro ma mehwe so be ka me ho ne yakọ na yakọ akotie ne nsem ne nyina de abasisi a
na me call UK me call ha a lot of countries we are saying to say Fagmunua na ye $30-something per barrel. Ekokodu $115, $97, $100, $102, $112 per barrel. And net ye, musi ni susanso. Nanka enempa musi must every month mu pompi about $1 billion. Somebody show up the forest. In Jama dollar above from. In Tinka nempa nka dollar above from. And now we see inflation above them. And now we see interest rates above them. And the senka petrol kura senka diche. Gagana ha senka di petrol che. If senka kofa ba fu. And ne petrol aye 16 cedis. Diesel aye 17 cedis. Woma to super no bako no.
V power
no.
wɔn deɛ mi sɛ bi ɛndeɛ bɛka sɛ ɛyɛ choice ntumi nka ho asɛm mímí ntɔ obi da ɛgya ɛyi minizan dada yi
normal one
ya na petrol bi agum a na mi baabi bɛ akɔ akɔduro yɛ ka petrol asɛm a ɛnyɛ kaa nko asɛm ne yɛ ka ho hwɛ wɔn mu a ɛyɛ production factories akɛseɛ no dodoɔ noa no dependi on diesel ebi di power wɔm generators ɛna dun so aba ɛna ne adun kane afon ɛkyɛ ne adun kane afon no wɔn mu a yɛ mfidi dwuma no wɔn mu bɔka entika no sɛbi brohine sɛ wo kɔtɔ nsuo wei sei na kɔtɔ no 3 cedis a wo mfa magye 2 cedis da wo ba wo betu ka sika afrim wo betu electricity bo afrim wo betu bibia afrim 3 cedis wo de beje 5 cedis na to anya mfa so na de bia to ntare a shoma na de bia to school fees na de bia to aduane adi enunti productivity no affect no eventually no yen end users no yana yebo saka no it is a president ene obegina ba bia ka kire ye se
Kumasi online
fa mo bo no akosoro no e wo ntokwa e wo Iran ne Israel ne US intamunti ena ma fa wo bo akosoro na petrol bo akosoro na oba of in America of UK ne ba o me microphone entrenchere no pagada for chow na Felix Kwachi any kanye statement so na no abi mu me wa fa sisa me jamfi o fi go house o no meka o mo me bochenku ento kwa enwom empagana for chow no magana for mu se wo mo ye nabra ban kontompo akohwifo so mas kame o man no wo ma ye frakatam if you say adia ye no kre wo be petu minti say because say wo hwe say do mo aka say dollar ba from na esenka petrol ke bia nka ye bia 8 cedis ana 7 cedis ye kan woni say rafi say o mo de 1 cedi per liter na ka ba ko ho nti say na 1.9 1 cedi 90 pesos per liter nti fan petrol bia be kwa kogina pompa no eto no wo contribute 1 cedi 90 pesos e ma ban a o say enu no dey fixing kanea ma ye num kanea fe be abusumi nsia ne ekonsu ni de efamu
Kumasi online
de efamu enani ne ye dum kanea esen krofo adwuma nti omo mepa ye chew na Ghana fo hu se oh ensam na kan e crocodile don enada enya no de
obeka say critics beka say 4 years mandate any the ama NDC aban
me man busa question ni enya 4-year mandate na wo person ka say NPP buy no the whole 8 years no ena near ton petrol 21 cedis per liter no even before ye fi abam just ye fi abam no na petrol 13 cedis plus na diesel 14 cedis plus enu kwa na ne mamu odin no na mjisi wakan ha mitiso ka sena inflation ye be 23.20% no na dollar eje 14 cedis no 15 cedis no enu na petrol na yesen na 13 cedis diesel 14 cedis inti da eye fast and kana dollar no e wo form se ne and inflation wo form se na e bia kada taran ka petrol no be 6 cedis inti tumu ni si come de be gu so no eno na akofa we aba nti etiefo ne Ghana fo
MC Honorable Sampai no wose ya ne NDC amanyoko no e wose wo mo ebepa Ghana fo nyina acha we san se wo mo afom Ghana fo ankasa communicators are ready ye share ni man se tori prepare buafo a wo ye NPP communication team member ba be ka me ho e wo studio ha ba sab radio igidio amankwa ana igidio amankwa watrasi ya my God ho se sam no mene no eba aba betwetwe enko mama na kwa basonko oye NDC communication team member Amankwa.
Egidio.
Yes. Egidio no dio. We Ghana ni
Paja me Ghana ni asantini pa.
Asantini die Egidio die. Ye na no be de yabo.
Ati Kofi Amankwa so.
Ene ma me fa Kofi ni Amankwa no wate ha ye die munie. Kofi bibia bako de.
Paja nyame adom na so.
Nyame adom ho ye wa ba mu ani e me kose wo.
Onyame koboko ehwe all the economic indicators ni bibia eda kwam ti ensuru kra.
Munsuru na jesa asama honorable sampai e ka se e wo se mo ba na mo be pa Ghana fo nyina chewe sanse modern trone na da e na de awia Ghana fo jesa mo de ba ba mu won ne nya adwen ana.
Debi eni kwan se obi a o ti Ghana ha a wafa 8 years we mu e beti ase se de sampai ka ne ampa. Entro ni ya entro because ye o memu ha na ye 2024 manifesto ye ka o say ye first 120 days in government ye be niema bi e bi to say abolishing the e-levy, betting tax, no fee stress policy, national apprenticeship ni nyina ya ye nti em wanza wo ka say Ghana fo ye me pa Ghana fo achewo ni nim bone a ya oh yes, or per se ye friends say ye be a power macho. I don't know. I don't just say be or no beka boni cry NDC for your bar because in fact NDC for cry ya wipe away all the mess our my nyina ye share a inflation the cocoa see I think 54 in 2022 and I think 2024 BC 23 and 3.7 ye share the dollar rate no omo edi kodru 17 at a point 17 you be find 14 ene 11.9 I think 11.8 or so ye share there are so many indicators ye share who say no ade am okay pa de obi a we Ghana ni kra no share bo say debi intro e no mutwa nti sampa asem ne de
okay yebusia na wate na no se honorable sampa e kasa waso mbepa Ghana for chawde wona ne ya adwen a enye yie ontumi so kra ne nya adwen de biara da Kofi Amankwa ye remu flood won sensem e wo ye man Ghana who is responsible because adechi ni ade se bi ensu ato eyira fa wewe wan pa na ya responsible.
Okay, flooding is no asemo ye hwe Ghana ha flooding idea high pa na measuring in two ways. The first one no the governing bodies na in charge of making sure say the environment is clean and friendly. Maybe to say you have the National Disaster Management Organization NADMO, the Environmental Protection Agency, the municipal and the metropolitan assemblies. Omunina mandate so environment na clean.
Okay.
And I can see that since their inception, Ejumana also Muyenankasano, they've not been up to the task. Ejumane Munankasano, Omunye Emanin Sipi. Into the Biabu once in a while number of film, no matiada. Once in a while number of film, no matiada. Sounds so sana, yen chichero maisa. A government or a particular country should be governed with consistency. Say inconsistencies in the doors one. And go for being the leeway to do whatever that they want.
Okay.
Yes, so that is the first way. Secondly, so you and I, a year to memo for Ghana for your way. And a bro margin so say ye nim say in su to a quine in su ni faso echo in ye. A quine in su no etene e faso ni. Nansu ye bebu ye near guso near sea structures a sine quine. Make you one and I told the BMTS we your politics we common sense. Say ye nim say a quine we say in su to a sign say a sign quine ye land no etien intino ebia in su ne betene afase. Adentin na wo se ni pebu na ni guso se me fie ne die esan se because of no parochial interest in say hana misi no and also say your what proper waste disposal e bit say dustbins ye fie mo kra no se bi onwa on sesa bole krompa ye e be se bi nanso obehu se insuo eto no na wakohwie agugatem na choki gatasi say your drainage system no is eno na nkasa no enhye na nye proper dada ni esa de waste ese neze case no say answer. So I view it in 2 ways. The first way, the governing bodies, they should be up to task. I will say the Ministry for Works Housing and say Sanima we know a sa agencies we know they'll be up to the task on base agement and I answer into your home. Na sa niema we
sit down nsuo mu mehie yi bola die gu nsuo mu ne ade no
me hu the logic was ade ni mu. Recently I saw a video me who say no more demolition structure be I think no more like just say NDC parliamentary candidate and I work say or fund the NDC bra no more election no na want to say the into na me say see a governed country, it is irrespective of who you are.
Yeah.
Or mining na ye govern enye NDC, enye NPP.
Yeah.
Inti ye share na se de wo ye no e sikwanya e be ye free ho. Inti bebre me hu se bebre kem na NDC fo mu say adan you na NDC fo ya anya san so so a o mine no enmwa.
All right, Kofi Meda wasi ankasa. Tony NPP communication team member. When ya aba coming sa e wo fidie man say Tony bibi aboko de.
Pini aba adoma hweye ni mpa ebonti bibi aboko.
Ye do bo ade ase na se nso de wo bebe bia wo new time so kra.
Mini aba fache me. Eja wa woni mokwan su. Wo di free tafo be sawaba ho ne ade chesenye easy. Kan so amede ba me fa free tafo. Edu abo abo ne seye. Sana o say ya ma anoda kan ne ade ho. Tim say enchani o ma beto to yi. Oh inshallah.
Okay, eja ne yakasa e dia fa e flood in Ghana. Ye bisa say who is responsible sansa de cheni ade se bia obete nsuo yira fa ha nsuo ewremu ha no se ni ade ba ne nchia de ye so idwumedie ne so a mema makwanya na mochie ntine ye nwremu.
Yo mini aba we de ma me go straight to the point. Flooding one sema ekoso Ghana no enye ne ye ba be kan. In fact akoso bebebe na isa time say Ghana mpanimfo do omo na esifo na omo ye bibisi si me kasa kire NDC aba omo na wa ba mu na me nuate ana o kan na NDC obisi o ye NDC o fande NDC ni ade on say so ahwe interviews akoso a omo nko ana kasa ene yabu me dan gu na me NDC ni na me found ye ni ade Ramza site sakomo no ni ade nyina mo fa mrane na nya adwuma
mrane om de aye adwuma
oh me ni aba yet Chrome last year 2025 the same thing as you akra emna no omo de ye adwuma wie ye no omo te kokodai omo anya wie kra iti ade na mo ntonkoso nya ade no enrechi na me hwe demolition omo ye omo kwa onim o dana no no omo adwiro masa do the demolition properly jidani gu na kwani nem yes se me kan wo mafidi kasezo se me papa kresi dani sinso ma me meta government na chiso mu cause senya me kra na be go against me bia me wo fa ase bi me na na bi na akwa kanu e bi kra na agene nkwa free nsem and I don't have to support that munyiri dani mu opa munyi mu demolition e koso ni bi na ha de o mutimi ko jono ma diri wo ba akwa agu wo na demolition munjiri dana nkasa mu na kwani nem o de no to nkan me nua ba me ba technocrats for ne so ye engineers omo metropolitan municipal and district assemblies no it's hard time see ye mamla ni di omo engineer bi ti wonu wa jiska sen boto no assign building permit e won suom ni akwa kosi dan no na wonu e bi a me de tafo ye example ona me free ba o tafo municipal assembly engineer wonu wono on tafo what ti ba bi no ba adwuma ho it wonu jiska no gu ni boto no assign permit na mo na kosi dan no wo suom no ti ba bi e ho ye kama na fa ye timemufo no e sometimes ye do omu gina mna no ye kona se dan ni si ba bi ye nsuo mu a ye hwe working permit a do issue working permit ni nyina omu fa omu nyina mna no mini ba ya nya ne sa Ghana ye nye ye da ya nya ne sa be kone sa obi be ba e na me papa na president e na me na me found president e na me de party we bai e de ebu me da agu na sei me wan so no e wo se ye mani dim na so akoko ese Ghana mra no we huni eche ba we sikani enche no you say equality before the law and no one is above the law it was ye mam na ye adwuma was a government no executives na omo no ya to abadia ma omo no kratumi no omo we say technocrats no omo municipal district any metropolitan assembly no omo de mra na ye adwuma.
But you were making some allegations. We say engineer bia water for jisika the good ni bottom. Do you have evidence on what you are saying?
Mini aba no example na me ya chat me for say. Okay. Me de tafo me ho na me free ba. Yes, me de example say.
Okay. But
engineer bi a wote no there be a o yes sir. Okay. Engineer bi a wote no example na me de. Ha say engineer bi wote no. No na jisika no assign permit am obi am wakosi there sinsuom. What I say meanwhile so ebia no ntesa municipality ho no. Na ye na ye ho no ye ne ho ba bekyere good. It make ka de si aban so say aban ne man aso die like all restricted or mo for munyina mra no e wo so ba municipal chief executive for do NDC ni bo adwuma Abubakar Sadiq sa ono sa na government na ba ono pressure o mo we say o mu di dwuma papa mini aba so dey say enye sa na ye nyina na at the end of the day ye won na bekyere you sure ye won na bekyere na ye na ye be ha ye esi e me hwe TV e ba bi ensuo fa o mo ayi ho no Akra dam it say amafo no ma say about to a level say a demo okra half nyina yesu so many aba it omo no na e ba ye omo akire omo but ebia no obi sign working permit bi on wa discussion botuma want sa wage okra sana mpesa me kire it government no as an executive na ya to abade am omo nhwe se omo do omo na besi form no omo de mra na ye adwuma na technocrats ni engineers na omo de omo te so omo pension no so omo 40 aye form nyina ma no na Ghana ntimi nye yie me hwe Kumase on say this time on say so to en Kumase in Shedan flooding and nam ye adwempo ye NPP adwempo mu de si wa gatas akese bi Kumase aye ba bi te so okoboshen gatas ase so boachi ye first owabe so be kaya iso to bi e flooding oba onaga iso to bi e flooding okokayetia iso to bi e flooding eye delegate sakasi eye ne Kumase
market ya still na nsuo to
mini aba say ente say first the otimu say timi ta over 3 days ebi wo ta ho ebi wo na agedifo kra na mu ebi wo kra nsuo to aka nko so mini aba be next what the ama o ka say next a flood ne say e sometimes say yetimemu for na me ba so na me ma no asi yetimemu for no so aso de wo say da ye so ne say amafom tunrogu ball gatem amafo asensu ba no omu ni o mafini adin no omu di gum robbers ni dustbins ni adin no omu di gum no e sometimes yesu ja sade no cause eno so ko choki gata no e choki a na ma nsuo ni ntimi yedai enflow se mini aba so oti ase na yesade drip machines aba se gata se ne sa ye a me municipal executives for no omu ntofu angum do mu fa nkono mu ko destele but the yetimem for no yentu ye hofo si enu so enfant to dustbin si the to dustbin we na ye ma ye we say akọ dumping into the dumping site not into rivers and gutters say the bear ye nyina na ye betra se ama ye ho beto ye say the bear be nya Ghana papa.
Okay, Tony Meda was here to us so the June 10, 2015 victims cries out to the president to support them. Kofi amankwa mintie 11 years in they are still crying.
Yes. Me cry da bia me tisa asemi ana me re
Kumasi online
samre ni meti ye no bepim ne da bia ye esi ewum se ejase ye my dear but insu yiri bia ba assembly
sure
ti da bia e bompa ye se the menu yi kan ye municipal assemblies no MCs ni ade omna ibesi form no mahwe regarding omo plea for help no I expect the NADMO any the other institutions they say omo behwe na omo help the help should be permanent as every year bia no obeba mesre omo moye wa man relief items ke to be temporary the next year obeba moye no as man relief items temporary as na difficult so they can choose to say just ne ba idea nemum yen na yam plan ye niam yie your drainage systems enye no and ma say just share we buy in Zabadia. Let's take responsibility. Let's take let's say one family say you betimi employ even 2 into a space in their government machinery, it will be okay at least or be your source of funding every hole. So I expect them to give them something a year permanent instead of the temporary ones. 11 years next year 12 years
obi an ni efra ni tiri nyina ahyehye de ode
ono 1 week 2 weeks asa but bibi permanent adabia no e de anya kra no obenya ketua bi e de atwitwa ne ho 1 or 2 bi abusua no betimi where most of them were the breadwinners of the family and be the same way at we at home. So what do you expect them to do? The help that they are seeking for no these relevant institutions, they should make it permanent. I was helping here permanent. Say temporary sane dia afi bi ebeba NDC be free aba MPP beba ombebusa MPP be ko NDC beba ombebusa. Yes, so that is my view.
Okay, Tony.
Miniaba. We dey mama monitor unim flood in sorry June 3rd this year 11 years money unim ade ayem areho I no make sure mo mereho ye ne say e see ye no the current sitting president of the republic on an president and your mouth no mudigu akwam compensation inuma omo health among for mu ya omo relatives ye be hwe omo nyina no miniaba eno make sure mo na meraho ba akokre no watima for fail adede tima kwa saba beto na ba akokre no watima for fail miniaba die dikai omo health eno me hwe omo survival ye na obu ani tru nyina hye sorry to say we dey take from fancy obu ani 9 say ebi wo kra wuntimi nka I promise you on their health, compensation, their family, jobs, and the rest. Nina, President John Dramani Mama and my yamu be seen.
And what did your government also do?
Miniaba, and I make us say, Assembly see what Bermuda.
I understand where you are coming from. Sometimes we should.
If after 2 years, or by Nasa went to me and you shouldn't blame someone.
And it's not even like say NPP June 3rd, they kept quiet. Even when NPP was in government, 2016 they spoke, 2017 they spoke, 2018 they spoke, 2019 out to 2026 yeah. If you say it's not like say na NDC I know say Duma say we be defend but sometimes let's think about the people who are affected and then not try to politicize everything.
Me the ya on the kasama omo fi say no am sure mkra na me raho.
But you are trying to politicize
on the 3rd June 2015 and I didn't see it. E see you know 1 year na 3rd June 2016.
And most of them were
6 months. Essentially 6 months and sana President John Dramani Mahama Ifraban.
Okay,
me do I say over 1.5 years no.
Tony me but me bo videos ni be most of the people who were in the hospital, some even spent about 2 years and some even spoke to it say the government supported.
Most of the expenses, it was catered for by the government. So after 2 years, who buy 8 years, we couldn't do anything. Why are you blaming the 2 years that they were supported?
Not necessarily so your cause of it. Maybe once you read budget be a friend contingency fund. Contingency just say a dear emergency, a dear bit messy unexpected. Yen nan hold an yes. And I June 3rd asked me by a buy no. Only leadership in any government nasi. And my government make delicious package in my home. And I made just a delicious package now for 1.5 years and son John Dramani Mahama Ifraban. I then went to my yamomo and was about Bamu. Was saying 1.5 years, the same 1.5 year. What do you mean, Sanya Shamo? Son of a person today.
But one question.
As I'm not making a point, no, me say, I didn't see on the 3rd of June 2015. I see 1.5 years, son John Dramani Mahama Ifraban. I see, you know. Omo echo on a round table. Omo package say, oh, wo ba wo yere ye be hwe omo wo ba ye be man scholarship ye be pay adwuma de ama omo wo nsu ye be hyew ye be ma wo say e ma ni nyina on a file mini aba so what ask o fra ba mu no wanti ma anye no eno wasa ba ba mu bi o sa ba mu a last year June 3rd almost celebrated the same thing. Last year in Nani Okromo, almost celebrated the same thing. June 3rd for year.
But what by 8 years?
Oh, Miniaba. Esi wana person, ona person ti. Boss I was say, say Miniaba me no tie. What say me boss say busumi ye in 15th. Obecha me 1,000 Ghana cedis. Na me buy na Miniaba hana net ya. Intiana na also 2,000.
Oh, you can't.
You
can't make this.
The
people that were affected, they weren't NDC members.
Who was the president of the republic?
Wait, so are you trying to tell me, say your man Penny Mahama Ekase will be sit down. Now at the end of the day, no, Suku Akas will be seen with free abema. NPP by 8 years, as Suku no Akas will be seen. On young friend 200 because one will share boss will be seen. Mon national cathedral with this car, Eco 2 years with dying Nijay. So what your man Penny is excellency Madam Mahama take on the national cathedral.
Very good.
Agenda 111 Mujay.
Very good.
If he left, because most of the people were in the hospital for 1 year.
So I wonder what help not necessarily being in the hospital. They were having representative of the round table, and they all kind of fine. CSC school na see arena so about to fine. Obeto so governance is a continuous process, meaning sir. But so not still your boss about to see about to so your about to so to see a baby. Maybe Patrick say. See you now, yes, President John Dramani Mama and say president. It is a Nanado Nanko Kufaduana. That's no President John Dramani Mama and president. It is at that time one year, and they saw it in 1 year. Last year, Mukade in 1 year. This year, so much I can one in Namabutimem, and no way you can also say Belarus, also free Belarus, or say, and quite there one on Gobruchon almost and almost 7 ministers I could go and no more yet.
Now so question.
And I'm busy Musa say, "Inti say your fan say me and Adi to me." That's 3rd June 2015, and I'm at that hospital. I was discharged in let's say March 2017. How is the president to be blamed? Because I Jimmy too me expenses in the hospital. The government catered for it.
Very good.
Whatever thing that I want, the government gave it to me. And then unfortunately, Ghana for see NDC abang you say yempemu bi you say the NPP for ba you must change no problem. Ya kwatena nchen. When I buy what was your continuous process to aid them? That's my question.
No, not tell June Bia. So the new ministers are MPP woman. They go there to pay their last respect.
Very
good. Who lost their life.
Very good to them. And now President John Dramani Mama is on power, so he should pay the respect to them. That's my priority.
Yeah, fancy way.
What does it mean about?
I've always said this. You know, when it comes to showdown, there we stand for the truth, and I always say that there are certain things. I understand them. They are here to defend their party, whether good or bad. So be defending the party. That's less sometimes. Just put our legs in the people who are affected. Let's just put our legs in their shoes and then not try to politicize everything. I personally feel say NPP's goal is to delay LGBTQ plus bill so they use it for campaign 2028. That is coming from Abbas Noureddin. Tony Mamintio.
Mini Abbas Noureddin. Let me say, unim akra no kwashe man see woni ntino. Ese nkwan de wa ntino. Eja o ya o kan bibia o kan trasa. Asemi ono ababe kan yi. Ono a me hwe a wanhwem no kan. Say yenye pesi delay LGBTQ. Mini about any baby. NDC for person de new maybe fa kuntra said my bill na
you have 5 minutes into
bill na LGBTQ na ye the call parliament. Ye de na de call ye no ma kwa in such a room. And no more Friday about parliament no ma force so agina so le kra na ye mom pass bet and a certificate of agency and no more the baby pass him. I'm a speaker class or monsa reconsider that bill. Enye delay bi ne epo ye pese enuma mu da ho finchim okay ade o masesa na free mu bi ne se omo say o say obi onso obi o ho aye wo na o ye bema but obi evu se oba obi so aye wo na o ye oba obi evu se bema se ni pasa no se obi hia no ana obi ka se opena enye bone ana se obi ne ewo ho enye bone all because any home rules ni different. But ye the same said there be sad and kay bonnie. What's your chow?
Say Obia or ye ni hormones into your bar, but Nenia quay say
Bema only member the diagro. Yes, cause unim. The and yes, I was a 15 year chino. But a choir will be see a fast wire in your man. Like and yes, a chino, but what me boaman name ye shim. Said ye make us what yas ya. is here can say me use soon as example so who be crazy girl won't mean what you know just all report to me about betchino it's here the sad your money in us shame say the bear mlan bit my bar no na sipi na sita is here to say bear maybe jina baby now we said you almost see yen komo said about could see jina ba kon China or suspect bibia ni na no o my year film say eno de enka on na nipa right any answer says gayism na nkasa na ye kan ho asem no gayism ne ya ade a in fact bible class oritia sebe emoa kra wo mo ne na masati so no wo say bema a wo ya aboa afa bema wo ya aboa that's wrong so many aba it is an yo we nyina na ye kire say omo say relay be oni biem na ne o ma ye tam ye de shemu na o ma ye firi mu nyina o mo mfa hyehyem na at the end of the day no yem pass bill ni ma Ghana for any nyen cause they say I na so wa pass so Ghana for obi amfa ho all because the way we see afa so wo kromu a e na mo so wa DC for the enim mo dada ye ti kromu an e denya ne ana president John Dramani Mahmoud ni gay president all the whole world e dan pa ba akoso
I haven't seen it.
Oh, mini aba. Metima yi di atreo. Victor Solomi.
Pacho Ijre.
Oh, Victor Solomi. Metima yi di atreo.
Ijre is here. I haven't seen it. Let me just so TV and Friends of Ken TV. We do not have any hands in whatever thing that he's saying. I haven't seen it. My production crew near Denyano. They haven't seen. He is saying evidence in anything that pops up. No. May assure you. What they also provide.
President John Dramani Mahmoud say launching a book. My first coup d'etat. Say book no. Victor Solomi ye no ye gay president the whole world know. One in the kakoto book ne first. E koto na boarding. Minu aba. Na obi a na ma itire de seche.
But ye wa hana for Markins be ka che Ghana for say ye bone say ye be jaili obi o ye LGBT.
Oh, minu aba. Woni bibi hwe. On say afenyo Markins no review no try but where there on evidence based afenyo Markins is the leader of the minority parliament if we crano let's assume without admit is okasa if in okasa we no one na say lead the champion of anti-LGBTQ bill parliament ye tam nyina
it was a friend.
Sam George.
No, Sophie.
Asen MP.
Yeah.
It
was a team for job.
No, part.
No, he is just the minority leader, so definitely business communication. He sees the minority leader.
Yes, but
Afenyo Markins has never been the one leading this whole.
But Miniaba. Oh, say what a minority leader there. Any bill be a parliament biano or can the leaders no. Iti mini aba me de make akosisu nyina ne say the abas no widi kan nyina ye tro e propaganda sem ene sa nkwan de wa no wa kra ho sana wontimi mehwe boys omo Ashanti region omo bo ane di ni kokoduru no sa ne o ma nti na ma o de kasa na anti LGBTQ ne de so omo no so omo pass no omo sa amfa mebi ma 2029 ye ba they have reconsider that bill no ni aye ni o ma ho ansa na ya pass
but yeah ma mintie
politics of revenge na no muni mi ye jara ma se mo
ama kwaye mko
pacho o se obi number bi na se sebe ye nipa kro ne wo no o features of ebi o be ma na o features of oba yetimi chi ne pacho mpese oyi baby crop pot in the bill I stated because I have most of the details here. I say criminalize same-sex sexual relations more explicitly, ban advocacy and promotion of LGBTQ rights, criminalize funding or support for LGBTQ organizations who engage in same-sex sexuality up to 3 years imprisonment, public support of LGBTQ rights, media content and publications, funding, organizing. All these are having a range of 3 to 5 years imprisonment. So I wonder why on all case say you will be na so features yet me reporting my buying.
But in the first place, we be crowd features of a hormonal issue. If say me your bar na say me hormones no man look here see you say Tony Pacho page out Emma Mekaham me hormones are chest me ye bema. Why should they tag me as LGBT?
Because you have not caught me in the act. You have not seen me promoting it. So how do you say that I am liable of the offense of going contrary to the LGBTQ bill? I don't get it. Okay. And then some problems too they are raising. They say in the bill, lawyers defend the encophobia and journalists. So any some report and then say you offer money medical care. I don't get it because say you were in the constitution we have something like right to legal representation. And they are right to everyone. And to say we obi our practice LGBTQ. Now say obi the court say you have been caught in the practice. It doesn't mean say you do court and straight away into the prisons. It's not done like that. The person himself and herself must get someone to represent him in the law of court. Sabe obi wo has say na ye was say no obi ewrem na odi tuaba na if I say wagan ye nyina down. Now producer ye ne hu ya nipa kro no o producer betimi report nipa kro na ma police e ba fa no na ya processing the no court. The fact that nani hu say o kunu no doesn't mean say straight away fa no ko jail. Only lawyer mpo o say e aban ni duty so be pay bia man. So I don't know where these talks of the lawyers are not supposed to defend such persons and journalists are not supposed to report. In the same you say muni wa Ghana for your hefa. Some report issues now, my journalists are supposed to do their work. And this any procona I ever say watching a 2 month pony. You ever say a processing 3 to 5 years when you're ne sentence for them. You're releasing now, and I say you're releasing in Puno. The person must go through some psychiatric treatment. And yes, I want to call and say at once now. No, it has to do with the mentality. And to say. Or that's what sells and I say the person must go through such treatment. Said na dream no e be stabilize no hu say ade am ye there be emfa so dey be am remit ma me ntwe me ho en free ho. So these are the cases that they are raising. And then okay I say Alban Bagman speaker say or reconsider any ade fine on only view as a speaker you are the referee. You are the overseer of whatever thing that happens in the parliament. But then, all Kasana one can be say the standing or the Senate. They went contrary to any of them. They went through the correct procedure. No more raising question. We say there was lack of quorum. Now, Honorable Habib, or can the front row of the minority? There has been no case in parliament. Pass baby under the matter of agency. Now on raising questions on the quorum. There be raising questions. He couldn't raise the quorum. It means it lacks no water.
Okay, Brenner quantify. We move back Ben over anti-LGBTQ plus bill controversy. Solomon Usu the account 1 minute per body till.
No. Say the communicator Solomon Usu for UP. Or no, cause ye flow because. On TSA the NTS okasa ade am dey nyadwe no gas the engineer article 95 2 so yin free but I don't agree with him.
Okay Tony we move back Ben me time na so ntino 2 minutes but
can you ma come yi be free mu no kan me be keka be 5 actually but ade ma me ko back Ben dey so onim no correct back Ben no dey anyone want to say a major bill like this no with just within 2 days. Nemotima fast a passive bill led by Bernard Yafo. And yes, so massive dwedi pan and easy for person mudi Ghana for. And come with me, yes, I did anyone echi. Emma Osaka, some more consider a majority leader said there be. Share unim Ghana, ya pesa sumbi ba. Quorum now can all. No moon rule. Omuna ya to buy.
Members were 35 or 36.
Mini aba. Na 2 tests of
man raising issue.
Kasa na mewa. 2 tests of omo number no. Ne duru sa number no. But omo for so pass because of say a person Ghana ye dinti no. Ye pese ye be ka ho asem. Okay. Mini aba so te say. E wo say enu omo mo fa so de pass ye nyina no. E unconstitutional unlawful basa insem hunu. Any ade. Why wonim say ye ba pass bill no. Eric Nana, you are free or a member of parliament for Bosumtree. Kobe Kosuke or said no. Corumness into a mom pass it. And Kasaya said no. He said the Ghana econ, a Pacific BR to the into the entrance in ready. Because you can news on the pass it. And count other people of the day can encounter. No much media fast pass it. It's the back say almost signed the emblem consider a bagueno. the time me didn't home for and say who are speaker of parliament say who know what there's some major bills be was all tenancy now when you pass it down lanina na say who knew one here for team for akwa na me say back when saba be transfer speaker on be revisit bill no na nneoma bi a anko yi wo mu nneoma bi a anfa yi nyina no o ma hwe na o ma yi ni se de be ya o metimi dia baba
there is nowhere in the constitution kase the speaker has the power to resign bibi kana
onu say o mo kasa no speaker or a referee
of course
can represent any town you say o mo kasa no
so you know this
nenye bibi pa na mo perfect LGBTQ ni ma nye sika enkwan de wo mo be say free abrotire for wa
because say so prove is what you prove is say what
me prove neska mo kwati no abro phone na mo yesa
sika kwachi
wo be say mo pass me save wo mo ntina mo yesa de no enye sa e ka mo revisiting ka problem be ne wo mo wo the numbers mo wo bibia ye revisiting ni problem ana me nua ba etie de enim say ye ba 2029 a sa bill ne ye be revisiting ne ye be ye ni ahwe ni ye ni etima boa ne enim say Ghana for ise o mo sufre o mo nya abotre o ma kuma ntom ye say nyame adu ye police station me nua ba ma me che ota for constituency in fact o ma bo adwuma pa police station elections in fact Oma yejuma from Chama Kojo Chijima Stevens, Miankasa Mami Kwadu, Mambroni, Uba Forces to secretary. In fact, Oma yejuma swans the one to set a fo, Anomaba Kraji. One is Obiakasa, sir, and nam your papa, any ejuma papa, and no more experience executive for my bobo, Muziamu, Miniaba, and let Mabuama Bibiako. You say. Yes, say to almost so yet try a constituency chairman so Chama Kojo Chijima Stevens. Miankasa Mami Kwadu, Mambroni, and the Uba Forces to. Yes, say to almost one.
Yo, 20 yedasi.
For the Mokasa.
Chiale uncle.
But yeah, 10K University Funina, and name executive members of Kwabri East, branch, Mr. Branch, right? Constituency. That's it. Then that'll be all.
All right, Madam Mienu nyina say meton safrem we mo ba be come ho a che say ya such a nice discussion I need to your lawyer fans so amoje brand so ehwe yen so twedi ampo nyankopon enhia mu nyina ye papa panjumeko bi adaroma na mitumi e the showdown jumedie e be so mo na me comment section na se ebusua nyasam ketwa kra nyasam ketwa na ya say wa Honorable Kennedy is really a prophet. Okay, Honorable Sampai, please tell us, you said the fuel should be 10. What about our cities? It should be what, Honorable? Please tell us, bro. For the easy. Owusu Wasananaya, please tell the NPP guy is a good communication team member. He should stop NPP and join the base. Nanaya said, in Ghana government, is continued. This useless two parties will kill us. The problem solver is when Kennedy Agyapong becomes president. And I said, well, go to Accra, the place where NPP completed Children's Hospital. Because of politics, NDC will not open that hospital. NDC and NPP, they are wicked. Both are the same. FK Adu or say propaganda NPP never again NPP there never again. No one can tell anyone to go back to NPP or Heneba. That is for him and I say comment see be a baby no. That is garage so ma see am to be jumede so mo pe car to the abrabe hu one more car set here upon kasa insure to trade there. Wo talk car no what to the inch the dem near kama the tires ni bibia no quality abetumi dia fan show ma just insure no cry fa car no enko cars ne so dey seat dey ade esisim nyina ye kama Elantra Land Cruiser Tacoma V8 dey keka ho ina no. That is garage wo bi e wo ma share wo ma share kwa Kumasi asokwa wo mo ni TI Amas e dey hwe nim 0550623377 wo betimi afre wo mo esi so ma me da production team ne nyina se ha ATP se me ba won krata ne mo de be so me ye boja ye okokora dada na ya we nso no ade aja se camera ne yam sia nyina no ne nsa no adwuma na ehwegu ye ne executive producer Mr. Daniel Yebua, lawyer fast of shoulder jumedie, Nyankopon ensure nyina nkasa. Me am tire dwem, ene jumedie be so mo nso medi ene na ya sa. Wanyame adoma Monday exactly 2 p.m. Ekosi 4 p.m. e san so edi ehia. E will show down jumedie. So have a wonderful weekend till we meet again. Bye bye.